So we figured out who we killing yet? Welcome to the channel, I'm Hayes. I talk movies all day and sometimes I talk about games, so subscribe right now if you want to be entertained. And today, I want to talk about the DC Fandome trailers that just got released over the last, 20 hours, 15-20 hours, and just give some initial thoughts on them. You know, they all dropped pretty much while I was asleep or otherwise engaged, so I am now awake. I have watched them, and now, I just want to give a few initial thoughts on what I think of these trailers. And first, let's start with this one. It's the Justice League Snyder Cut official trailer 2021 DC fan. Here's the thing about this trailer. I know, this movie, I should say. I know a lot of people have been asking for the Snyder Cut. Release the Snyder Cut's been a big thing for a while now, and they weren't going to do it initially. There was all these things about, it's going to cost too much money and this, that, and the other. And now they finally announced that they're going to release it, and we've got a trailer for this as well. So I watched the trailer. Here's the thing, though. It looks pretty cool. There's definitely some cool moments in here. I'm not convinced, however, that this is going to make the film better. Let's be honest. The Justice League was not a great movie. Don't get me wrong. I use that term endearingly. I guess it tried to do some stuff about leadership. By the way, check my video on why Justice League is trash, by the way. I guess it tried to do some things on leadership. And, some things were pretty cool. But overall, it just didn't seem like it gelled very well. And I'm not sure the Snyder Cut is gonna be, I'm not personally convinced that this is gonna be like, oh, this is the magic pill that made this film awesome. It went from being trash and now it's a masterpiece. I'm just not convinced. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, out of the Zack Snyder films that I've seen, I haven't been particularly impressed with, any of them. But you know what? It does look like this scene is new, like very, very new. It looks, I don't even know how you fit this into the movie that we saw. So it looks like the whole movie is at least mostly different, like what it did with, for the old school people who know about Superman 2 and the different versions of that, where one was almost a completely different movie. And I guess it's that kind of situation where the Snyder Cut isn't, it's not like it's Justice League with a few extra bits added, not like a director's cut. This is like the Snyder Cut in the sense of like this is almost, or at least almost entirely a whole new movie. That's how it seems to me. So maybe, just maybe, we'll see what it does. But I'm not particularly convinced. Like I said, I've seen a bunch of Zack Snyder films and I'm not particularly impressed with any of them. So I'm not holding my breath on this one. It does have some cool shots, at least, like things like this, which I just clicked on magically. How awesome is that? I just randomly clicked a place and then ran along a really cool shot. But things like this looks like a really cool shot. And just overall, there's lots of, it's a trailer, it's going to do that, isn't it? It's going to have lots of cool looking things. But there is a bit at the end, towards the end right here.
To assume he's won.
I don't care how many demons he's fought and how many hells. He's never fought us. Not us united.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. Little simple things, but I like that a lot. But we'll see. I'm not holding my breath on this one. I'm not thinking this is going to be a massive, a masterpiece. But, we'll see. All right, let's move on. So this is Wonder Woman 1984 official trailer. I liked the first Wonder Woman movie. I thought that was one of the better DC movies. It did really well in terms of just the story, everything coming together really nicely. I just felt the development was really was done really well. As also, I guess to be fair, I didn't read a lot of DC comics because, DC sucks. Let's establish something real clear. If you're a comic book fan, Marvel all the way. Yeah, Marvel all the way. I did not read too many DC comics growing up. I was a Marvel guy all the way, but I did read like a little bit of Batman at one point, and I think something else, I can't remember, but it was a little bit of Batman I used to read back in the day, but mostly Marvel, because let's be honest, DC sucked. But anyway, Wonder Woman, I know Wonder Woman from Linda Carter days. That was my introduction to Wonder Woman, and then some of the cartoons that came later on as well. And that was a pretty cool Wonder Woman, Linda Carter. As far as I'm concerned, Linda Carter, Wonder Woman all day, every day. But I did like the movie with Gal Gadot that they released, I guess, a few years ago now. This is set in 1984. I don't know why Steve Trevor is still alive. I guess because I didn't read the Wonder Woman comics. We'll have to see in the movie how he managed to not be dead. And then he's talking about Diana not aging when he's like, why are you seemingly surprised that she hasn't aged when you're back from the dead? I guess the movie has to answer that question. But yeah, we have, I think it's Kristen Wiig, who was in the Ghostbusters movies as Cheetah. And there's some scenes towards the end. Here we go. Got some fight scenes here. And Wonder Woman taking off her wings. I mean, it's a teaser trailer, or, well, main trailer actually. It looks okay. I mean, here's the thing about trailers in general. I feel like the job of a trailer is to entice you enough to want to see the film. If I'm being honest, I'm not sure this particular trailer impressed me. I mean, I would still want to see it anyway, just because I really like the first film, but I'm not sure this is a good trailer. I'm not saying it's not going to be a good movie. I'm pretty confident that this movie is going to be pretty solid, but I'm just saying this trailer, in my opinion, isn't particularly good. It doesn't entice me to want to watch it. I just happen to want to watch it anyway. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this particular trailer. Yeah, I just want to know why this guy's alive. That's what I want to know. I'm going to have to watch the movie to find out. But let's move on. This is the video game trailer, official reveal trailer for Gotham Knights. And with this one, I guess the story is that Batman's dead and he's bequeathed his technology to his orphan kids and Robin wannabes, and they have to go save the city and that kind of thing. But you know what though? It does look like a pretty cool setup. They got some cool gameplay, fight scenes, fight sequences, fight mechanics is what I'm trying to say. You know, the story, when it comes to video games, the story isn't necessarily the most important part, of course, depending on the type of game you're playing, of course. And I feel like a game like this, at least from what I'm seeing of it, I doubt the story and that kind of stuff is going to play a major part in it. But it's not. What I'm trying to say is I don't think it's going to be like The Last of Us, where the story is a massive part of the game and you really get engrossed in it. I feel like it's going to be a pretty basic story, but I don't think that's going to matter. From what I'm seeing of this, it looks like it's going to be based more around just the action, different sequences. I'm not sure if there's a multiplayer game or if it's a single player game where you switch between characters. Maybe a little bit of both. I think it'd be a pretty cool idea if you maybe had to switch between characters depending on which task you need to do. Maybe have a bit of puzzle elements in there, and depending on which one you play as, you know, different characters have different abilities and different attributes and that sort of thing. Even if it doesn't do that, even if it just maybe just pick a player and you fight with that player throughout the whole game, or maybe have multiplayer where everybody picks a different character, or online we have different characters. But when I say multiplayer, but just so you know, I'm old school. When I say multiplayer, I'm typically meaning split screen. I know people say multiplayer mean online multiplayer now. I'm usually meaning split screen because I'm old school like that. So yeah, when I say multiplayer, I usually mean split screen, usually. But so multiplayer and online, or split screen, or yeah, you know what I meant now anyway. I'll explain myself enough. But yeah, maybe it's got those elements in there, and that could be pretty cool things to experience and to get through. But yeah, this game looks pretty cool. I don't know if I'd want to get it like day one, for the fact that I very rarely buy games day one these days. But if it's on like Xbox Game Pass or something, I'd want to download this. But yeah, cool trailer, definitely a cool trailer. Here's a not so cool trailer. Here's not so cool trailer. This is the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League official teaser trailer, and it's 4 minutes of cutscenes. And I guess they're trying to establish more the story in this. I mean, the story's pretty much in the title, Kill the Justice League, so it's like there's not much to establish. I guess it's got some cool shots in here, some cool scenes, some cool action in the trailer. But the thing is, like I said about a trailer, like I feel like the job of a trailer is supposed to entice you to want to buy the game or watch the movie, or in that case the game. And I get that it's a teaser trailer. I understand they're not going to go into depth, and that's fine. I don't really like it when trailers go to too much depth anyway, so that's fine. It's a teaser trailer. That being said, it's a teaser for a game. It doesn't actually tease the game. You know, it teases the cutscene. And even though stories can be important in games, like with the games like The Last of Us and other similar sorts of games, and maybe it's important to this game as well, I don't know. But if you're gonna tease a game, maybe tease the game. Right? I don't know, that's how I'm looking at it. So yeah, I'm not particularly impressed with this. It does kind of look like the bad guy version of Gotham Knights though, so maybe it's similar sort of things what that game's doing, but with bad guys instead. That being said, this is being developed by, I'm sure this was Rocksteady. Did I see Rocksteady? Here we go. Yeah, Rocksteady. And they're the guys who developed the Arkham series. So Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knights. And those games are pretty damn good. So Rocksteady definitely has some pedigree behind them. That being said, Arkham Knight, man. Thing about Arkham Knight though, let's here's the thing about Arkham Knight. I know, and this is one of the reasons why people say like, be careful what you wish for, because everybody wanted the Batmobile. Everybody's like, we want a Batmobile, we want a Batmobile. What did they do? They put the Batmobile in it. They put the Batmobile in it. It's like okay, not every mission, but a lot of the missions were like Batmobile. There was way too many Batmobile missions in that game, to a point where it's like, in the beginning, when you get the Batmobile, it's like, wow, this is cool. And then afterwards, it's like, dude, another Batmobile mission? Like, come on. It just got a bit tedious. So, yeah, Rocksteady definitely have some pedigree behind them, but I don't know. Maybe there's too many Batmobiles in this game as well. We'll see. There was some interesting thing here with Superman at the end, though. So, it's what, bad Superman. And I'm sure DC comic fans can tell me why he's bad. I think it's something to do with, was it the red kryptonite? No, there's like different types of kryptonite. Like the green kryptonite messes with his body, and then messes with him physically. I think there's red kryptonite messes with his mind, and then I think it's black kryptonite. I don't know. Like I said, DC comics suck. So if you're a DC fan and you actually read the comics, because I don't know, maybe you couldn't reach the Marvel shelf or something. I don't know. But if you actually read the DC comics and you know why Superman is bad, let me know. But yeah, this as a trailer, not particularly impressed, just for the fact that it's a game trailer that doesn't actually, if there's a game teaser trailer that doesn't actually tease the game, maybe it's going to be a great game, maybe it's not. It's by Rocksteady, we'll see. You know, well, with anything you'll see, you never know until it's out, of course, but, you know, as much as it doesn't tease it for me, is what I'm trying to get at. This trailer doesn't tease it for me. It's not much of a tease. It's more of a I don't know, what's less than a tease? I have to think of a word that's less than a tease, but that's whatever that word is, that's what this trailer is. But you know what's even worse than this trailer? Black Adam. Okay, so let me talk about Black Adam and The Rock being in Black Adam for ages, man, ages. Like, you know, the power of the balance of power in the DC universe is about to shift. They've been talking about this movie for ages, and they released a trailer for this thing
5,000 years ago.
And just like how the Justice League trailer doesn't actually tease the game, this teaser trailer doesn't actually tease the movie. Like, it's just, this looks like concept work that, you know, that they had in the God of War. Like, you know, if you ever played the first God of War game, or even the third one, actually, like the artwork in that game, that's what this looks like. This looks like the artwork in the God of War game when they're doing the story bits. This is what that looks like. They look like they just ripped off God of War, and they just put a Rock instead of Kratos, and they shaved his beard. I guess they didn't want to get sued, you know, they want to make it too obvious. He's still bald, though, and he's got chains, so yeah, it's close enough. They go through the story with this, was it 5,000 years ago? The name of the place, Kako, whatever the damn place is called. But they needed a hero. The Rock was that hero, and then they chained him and imprisoned him, and in 5,000 years he's finally free. I don't know if it took you 5,000 years to break out of prison. No, I don't know how much good you can do at this point. To be honest with you, I'm not. I'm not checking for you at this point. It took you 5,000 years to break out of prison. Really, like. I mean, I don't know how many immortals were around 5,000 years ago. I can't imagine there were too many immortals. And if they were they all gone into prison? Like, what was going on here? Like, I'm assuming this guy's immortal if he's alive for 5,000 years at least anyway. Some kind of live forever or live for a long time type thing. I don't know. But I'm just thinking, if you're a prison for 5,000 years, at some point, like, the prison guards are going to die. And you say in prison, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Who's guarding this place? Other immortals, maybe? You should take care of them first. Or I guess he finally did. Took him 5,000 years to finally break out. I'm not checking for this guy. But I will say this, though. I would not be surprised if this gets delayed. It's saying 2021. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets delayed, because I'm guessing they're doing this artwork thing because they haven't actually started shooting yet. That's my guess. I may be wrong. I don't know when they started shooting. COVID-19's ruined everything right now, isn't it? So maybe they have, maybe they haven't. I don't know. But that's my guess. They haven't actually started shooting yet. And they probably won't start shooting for a long time. I'm guessing this is going to get delayed. This ain't no 2021. This is like 2022, 2023. This ain't coming out for a minute. I will say the artwork does look pretty cool. I mean, the God of War artwork was pretty cool as well. So they ripped off. If you're going to rip off something with, you know, rip off a good thing. Now, you know it's coming. You know it's coming. We're going to save the best till last. We're going to save the best till last because this trailer, let me say something real quick. When it was announced that Robert Pattinson was going to be playing Batman, every brother and his mother was like, oh no, he's going to be rubbish. I was kind of like, you know what? This kid's a good actor. I mean, look, the Twilight movies weren't great. I watched them all. Twice, I think, actually, but the point is, to be honest, I probably like them more than most people, but they're not great films, especially the last two. The last two was a bloody cheek, like when they split them into two movies, like, you taking a piss. And then Jacob, like, how was Jacob, like, all of a sudden some paedophile? Like, I was team Jacob all the way up into that last movie when he's all like, I imprinted on your door. Like, dude, come on, man, why they ruin Jacob like that? But anyway. Those aside, yeah, this guy's a good actor. I've personally only seen him in the Twilight movies. I know he's done some other things, but I've only seen him in the Twilight movies. And even then, I was like, this guy's a good actor. He knows what he's doing. The movies aren't the greatest thing ever. And I think sometimes people, when they see you in something, and, you know, it's his Twilight's his most famous film so far. Tenet's coming out soon though, so we'll see if that changes. But you know, when people see you with something and they kind of associate you with that character, and a lot of times people feel like because you're in a bad movie, you're bad. That's not the case. Plenty of great actors have done bad movies. Plenty of terrible actors have done great movies. You know, it could go both ways. But people kind of see you as, oh, you're the sparkly vampire guy. How can you play Batman? He's an actor. Okay, he's an actor. He acts a certain way according to how the script and the directors, you know, need him to act. I felt like I could tell this guy's got some talent. Even though he did play a weirdo. Like, let's be honest, like, he played a bloody weirdo, spying on Bella while she was sleeping and following her around everywhere. Like, that sounds like sexual harassment to me. I'm just saying, that's a Me Too moment right there. But people were like, oh, but he's so handsome. Anyway, he played a weirdo. Let's get that clear. But he's a good actor, you know. I feel like he was a good actor, and I know when it was announced that he was playing Batman, to me it just made sense. First he was a vampire, now he's a bat. That just makes sense. But you know what? This trailer, the music, the mood, you know, the setting, and again, let's be clear, we're talking about a trailer. You know, a great trailer doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a great movie. I fully acknowledge that, and just as a terrible trailer doesn't mean it's going to be a terrible movie. I fully acknowledge that. But this trailer, this damn trailer, whew. You know what I like about this as well? Like, it's a teaser trailer, and it teases the movie, right? It doesn't tell you what the story is. It doesn't show you everything to expect, like you know, the Fast and Furious trailers where they just give you the whole damn movie in 3 minutes. You know, it just teases the movie. And when I say like a trailer is supposed to get you excited for a film, this is what this does. Okay? This is a good trailer. We've got Catwoman. I think she's coming up somewhere. There she is. We've got Catwoman doing her thing. There's a little fight scene somewhere with Catwoman. Even though I know certain characters are in the film, I'm still like curious about what's going on and who's actually doing what. And that's what one of the things that makes it a good trailer, is that it piques that curiosity. But there's something I want to show you guys though. Oh wait, yeah, here we go. Just show from here. Look at this. 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 Don't tell me Robert Pattinson isn't going to be a good Batman. Just from that, like, I don't care what the rest of the movie is. Just from that, Robert Pattinson's going to own this role. I'm saying it now. Robert Pattinson's going to own this role. People are going to be like, oh, I can't believe it. You know what? He's going to make all them doubters. Robert Pattinson's going to make mans cry, fam. That's what I'm saying it now. I feel like, and I know what I just said about trailers and movies and whatever, but you know what? I have a good feeling about this one. Those are some of the DC Fandome trailers. Snyder Cut for the Justice League. Wonder Woman 1984. Gotham Knights reveal trailer. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Black Adam. Like, what? And then the Batman with Robert Pattinson. Like, yes. All the yes. This is the one I'm looking forward to the most. But yeah, that is my review, kind of overview, opinions, thoughts on the DC Fandom trailers. You know, let me know what you think. If you like this video, give it a like, share it amongst your friends. I kind of messed up my own end a little bit. Let me run that back. But that is what I think of the DC Fandom trailers. What do you think? Batman or Bat? Damn! Let me know down below, and while you're there, be sure to like, subscribe, and drop a suggestion if you don't mind.